AlanEdgeHead here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X. On the last episode, we took on Spark Mandrill, Armored Armadillo, and Launch Octopus. Now it's time to take on the final two Mavericks, and that's Boomer Kuwanger, and we'll get to the other one in a little bit after this one. They actually renamed this guy to Boomerang Kuwanger in the PSP game, but that's neither here or there. At this point, I'm gonna skip that guy by trying to wall jump up here. That probably took way more time than it needed to. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. I did sneeze. I had to pause. We're okay though. I want that. Already off to a great start. That's gonna kill some seconds. At this point, if you have it, if you're following my route, you should have it. Fully charge a rolling shield. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the capture because LOL, YouTube cuts down 60 frames a second to 30 frames a second, so it's going to cut every frame, like every other frame out. So it's probably going to get you to see the capture where it's just X standing still instead of a shield. You're either going to see X with nothing around him or just a shield with nothing in it, because it's going to cut out the really flashing, blinking frames. You're supposed to be able to see X and the shield at the same time. It's just blinking so fast your eyes can see it. The captures, for some reason, can't capture that unless you're recording at 60 frames per second. But even then, when you upload it to YouTube, it cuts it down to 30. So then it just cuts the recording down to seeing one or the other. It's weird like that. But right here, we want to fully charge our shotgun eyes and wait for that guy to get out of the way. Jump on the sled it makes and get our heart tank. And with that, we keep the shotgun ice equipped because I found it is very effective against everything in the upcoming screens. Except sometimes it doesn't kill that thing in one hit. The stage is very short, by the way. Killed it in one hit that time. So we're going to use Homing Torpedo here on Boomer Kuwanger. Really don't want to sneeze again. Really don't feel like pausing just to reach down to mute myself. Hopefully I actually hit the mute button and I'm not still muted. Okay, I'm not still muted. We're good. What I like to do is wall climb up here and just camp while he teleports and I just thrash him in the face with my homing torpedoes. Boomer Kuwanger's pretty easy. That was like a 3-minute stage. Would have been done in closer to 3 minutes if it wasn't for the fact that I had to stop and pause to sneeze. But with Boomerang Kuwanger down, there's one Maverick left. You get Boomerang Cutter. It looks like this. It can damage things, it can be charged and do a big gigantic boomerang cutter, and it can grab things. So while it's fresh on my memory, we're going to go back to Spark Mandrill stage. Hook up the Storm Tornado to our arm. I want that. Ow. Was it worth it? I'm gonna outrun it. Ah, sub-tank. That's our last sub-tank. So we exit. Now we want to go and take on our final Maverick, Sting Chameleon. Wait, that's not how you say that? Oh, Sting Chameleon. I got it. He's a chameleon and he stings us. His name is Sting Chameleon, and it's funny because his weapon is named Chameleon Sting. I wonder how they come up with this stuff. Yeah, that guy jumped right into that. Here you can go up or down. I choose to go up. Put on the rolling cutter, boomerang cutter, whatever. Only use about 15 on this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to use 16 just because. Then after you use 16, just start pelleting him. It's unfortunate that this mini-boss, this toughest mini-boss, is weak to what the boss is weak to. And if you use all the boomerang cutter to kill this guy, you won't have enough to kill Sting Chameleon. So it's easier to just use what, like a little bit, and have enough left that where you know you'll be able to defeat Sting Chameleon. This capsule contains a new type of body armor. It will reduce the damage your systems take by 50%. So with that, we get the final upgrade. And now we look like the White Ranger. Pretty cool looking armor. And now it's time to go get our final heart tank. If I can jump down there. So I'm going to break all these blocks. You can actually do this without this water here that is only here if you beat Launch Octopus first. And you jump higher underwater. You can get this without this water if you only break the top 3 blocks and stand on it from the side here. Like say that you were standing up at the top of this pillar. You fully charge shotgun ice, ride the sled a little bit, and then do a dash jump. You'll be able to wall jump up and grab the heart tank. But with water, you can just make it without that pillar. It's a whole lot easier to do with the water there, I will say. Even though I've done it a handful of tries on the first try without water. I'm going to sneeze again. I don't want to sneeze. And here I am just dashing along. I don't need this one up, so I'm not going to stop and get it. I am going to get this mech armor, though. Normally in a speedrun I would not. Just because I want to fill up my sub-tanks. And while you're in the mech armor, you don't take damage, but it does. So it'll eventually die, and you won't. And at that point, I'll jump out. And here we are at our final Maverick, who is weak to the boomerang cutter. So here we go. Here's the big baddie of this stage. Our next Maverick, Sting Chameleon, who's this simple. I could have used a whole lot more boomerang cutter on that boss, that mini boss, than I did. Funnily enough, you could kill that mini boss in one storm tornado in the PSP game. I don't know why it's not like that in this, because that would be a whole lot more convenient, but I don't know, you can't. Defeating Sting Chameleon, we get the Chameleon Sting. Who'd have thunk it? It does that. Now that attack right there wrecks those submarines in Launch Octopus' stage. Now that all the Mavericks are defeated, we'll get greeted with a scene. Finally, we found Sigma's fortress. Let's go in and put an end to his war against the humans. Stage revisit. I'm just going to ride this time. Why didn't it hit that ostrich thing? There's a reason we're coming back to this stage, and it's to get the ultimate weapon that I will be using a lot. Sure wish I could find the Chameleon Sting. Okay, this is what fully charged Chameleon Sting does. Lets you dash through things and makes you invincible. Hit L and R to get back to your default weapon. And once we get to this part, we jump. Woo! Dash across the screen like that. And this is one reason why you wanted to have max lives, because we're going to be killing ourselves repeatedly. And because it saves time. You could visit this stage over and over again without dying, but it's just quicker to kill yourself. You have to see that health pellet that's at the top of the end of the screen here 5 times. That's 1. I mean, the first time we came here, that was 1. That's technically 2. You need to do it 4 times on the revisit. Ugh. And that's why you die, because you start at the checkpoint. And it's that simple. I could cut this out, but you'd miss all the experience of dashing through this, getting all these health pellets that they drop, filling your sub-tanks up. If you pick up all the health drops as they happen, you'll never have to stop and grind to fill up your sub-tanks. That's technically 3. Dash off and kill yourself. The ultimate weapon should be there within 2 more tries of that. If my calculations are correct, it'll be there. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Are my sub-tanks full? My sub-tanks are full, so I don't even need to be collecting that pellet anymore. But I'm gonna, just to be safe. Grab it, fall, that's 4. 1 more time. And it should be there. Let's go. Let's see. Only our trusty X-Buster knows for sure. And my X-Buster is tingling. It is tingling ever so slightly right now. And with the final stretch here, shoot down these birds. And there it is, our final capsule. I give you a special present. Now enter the capsule, please. Notice he's wearing a gi. You need everything to get this capsule to show up, as well as visiting the top of this area 5 times. You need all the heart tanks, all the sub tanks, every power, and you need to revisit this upper part 5 times, and you get the Hadouken from Street Fighter, which is quarter circle forward, fire, and you do the Hadouken. You have to be at full health to do the Hadouken, and it kills everything in 1 hit. So, with that, we'll hit the escape unit, and we'll get ready to take on the Sigma stages next time on Let's Play Mega Man X. I'll see you then.